What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today we are taking a look at the latest rumors around Arizona Coyotes defenseman Jakob Chychrun, as there's been a lot of talk about Chychrun for the last couple of months, and really now the past year and a half. But we've gotten some intel about Jakob Chychrun and potential trade opportunities where he could get traded. The most recent one, we already made a video. Make sure to check that out. The St. Louis Blues maybe being in the mix for Jakob Chychrun. That's one of the newer teams in that mix. But we're going to go over a couple of other teams here in today's video. So we're going to start off with a report from Darren Drager. And he said that the Coyotes are willing to take on contracts to facilitate a Jakob Chychrun trade. Now that kind of follows along with the St. Louis Blues line, in the sense that they would be willing to take on a Torrey Krug contract in order to get Jakob Chychrun. Now, again, that raises the value of Chychrun in the sense, because with Chychrun's $4.6 million AAV, that's going to be a lot more attractive to a team that's maybe even a cup contender, maybe looking to shed some salary for a potential top four defenseman. And when you're looking at Chychrun, you have to also look at him as a second, maybe even a top pairing defenseman. At what the price is from the Coyotes, they might be able to get closer to that package if they're willing to retain some salary from other teams. And they definitely have the cap space, as right now the Coyotes situation, they have the second most cap space in the NHL and only $63 million spent on their cap hit, $19 million of cap space, which is only second, again, behind the Buffalo Sabres. So that's definitely something to look at. Another interesting report here from Aaron Porchline. He said that the Jakob Chychrun has told those close to him that he is now open to joining the Columbus Blue Jackets. There was rumors over the summer that he had rejected a trade to the Columbus Blue Jackets. That might not necessarily be the case right now, and things seem to be turning around in that scenario. There's a couple of teams to look at here. The Pittsburgh Penguins, if there's interest. Pierre-Olivier Joseph is available, and that's from Frank Saravelli. So if the Arizona Coyotes have any interest in bringing in Pierre-Olivier Joseph, he is available. We've also heard some stuff about Mark Spector and the Oilers. If the Oilers are in the mix, maybe for Jakob Chychrun, Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg are off the table in trade discussions around the Edmonton Oilers. So don't expect Broberg or Holloway in Arizona anytime soon. But there are other names in Edmonton that were not mentioned. Jesse Puyarvi, Dmitry Samorukov, or just to name a few, maybe guys that the Coyotes would be interested in. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think of Jakob Chychrun and the potential of him getting traded? I think there's a lot of teams that should definitely be in the mix. I even look at the New York Islanders, even with Alexander Romanov, as a team to watch for on that front. I think the Los Angeles Kings are definitely the front runner. They have the prospects and the assets. I know they like Gabriel Velarde, but they have other guys as well that should definitely be in the interest of the Coyotes. Carl Grundstrom, Arthur Kaliyev, Velarde, Elias Anderson, to a lesser extent. Even if you look at goaltending, are you willing to maybe look at a depth goalie addition? There's Jacob Ingram, Tobias Bjornfot, Brant Clark, Jordan Spence. There's a couple of pretty good defensive prospects in LA. Tyler Madden, Alex Turcotte, Francesco Pinelli, Rasmus Kupari. Those are all names that Jared Anderson Dolan. I think the Coyotes would be interested in plenty of those guys. Not to mention the Kings have all of their first, second, third, and fourth round picks for the next 3 seasons. So I definitely think that the Coyotes, if they look to make a trade, will definitely be looking in that wheelhouse. Of course, when we look at the situation around Jakob Chychrun, I always have to bring up his trade value in the sense of his contract. He's a guy that is considered a left shot defenseman, but he can play both sides. He's 24 years old, 2016, 16th overall draft pick back in 2016. And he is on the 4th year of a 6-year contract that John Chayka signed. He has 3 years left on that contract, $4.6 million per season, which is a really, really good contract. $27.6 million over that deal. And this is the final year where he has no trade protection. Going into next year, the final 2 years of his deal, he has a modified no trade clause where the player submits a 10-team no trade list. So this is the the best opportunity the Coyotes have to trade Jakob Chychrun. Now, if he has a really good start to the season and plays well, that's obviously going to raise his value. He did not start the season off great last year and was never really able to recover from that. He had a pretty rough 2020-2021 season, or a rough 2021-22 season. He only put up 21 points in 47 games. I expect his numbers to hopefully get closer to where they were in the 2020-2021 season, where he picked up 41 points in 56 games with the Yotes. So looking at his production, this is a guy, he's played over 300 games in the National Hockey League. He's got some experience. He can play in the top 4, maybe even a top pairing defenseman, especially if you're trading for him. The potential value there, you're probably looking at him as a top pairing defenseman. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.